What if we could all have the rich dad? What if we could all have this kind of conversation? What if we could all could and bring families in where they
Hmm.
can learn together, where the parents are looking over the shoulder of the kids on the calls. They're watching the videos. The kids are coming to dinner and say, "Mommy and Daddy, do you know what your marginal tax rate is? Do you understand
Nah,
there's a
yeah.
difference between effective tax rate and marginal tax rate? Because that's what I learned today on my Teenage Tycoon video.
Yeah.
And what if I can turn these kids into tycoons, like good tycoons, right?
Hmm.
Money, we make them wealthy, wealthy in their mind and wealthy in their bank account when they're still teenagers. What if we can create millionaires in their teens? Like it's
Yeah.
possible. And just inspire them to stop saying that something's wrong with me because I don't like school and start
Mm.
learning the things that they're interested in and really encouraging them, whatever that may be. Maybe it's e-commerce, maybe it's real estate, maybe it's stocks, maybe it's content creation and YouTube. Like
Yeah.
it could be anything. We bring all these different people in to teach them. So that's the future, I think, is a movement-based mission on helping young people and adults and families take control of their financial life, and then also opening up that conversation at the table in your family. And whether your kids are teaching you or you're teaching your kids, and we're all learning together, like having someone else who's opening up that conversation inside the household to be able to talk about it and learn together and hopefully get them excited about money so it's not something negative.
Yeah.
That like when I was growing up, money was negative. Like it was
Me
we
too.
didn't have it. So
Yeah.
so it brought on this like, oh, they have it, we don't kind of mentality a lot. And we wanted it, but we didn't have it. So I don't know. My dad is a little bit, I love my dad. He's one of my biggest mentors, but definitely like a Democrat, socialist kind of conversation around money
Yeah.
and really just, but I love it because he's so giving. He wants to spread it out. He doesn't really
Yeah.
care about it that much, but it was a
Yeah.
little different for me. So
Yeah.
all of these things, that's the vision and excitement
Yeah.
for me.
I think there's another thing I want to add to that I think there are you're Generation X as I am, right? Gen X. And there are so many things that our generation talks about as missteps that we almost smile and joke about, right? For example, buying that first expensive car, right? Got a full-time job, got to go buy the new whip. Credit cards. I remember going to college and they had, beer cozies and all these other things for signing up for credit cards and not knowing anything about that. Um, just, having your lifestyle increases, your wages went up and student debt, right? Not knowing that, hey, what's the ROI going to be of this, right? You now you're an adult and you're asking me to sign up for two. There's all of these things that we as 40 and 50-year-olds know are a mistake. We've made them. We have the scars. If we could just have that conversation with teenagers, just so it's in the back of their head to second guess, I think we could. I think we could prevent a lot of missteps. And then the other thing we talked about on the, again in the link below is I believe if you can get to a high school senior or below and ask them the following question, hey, can you live on 2,500 bucks a month? Which every senior I've ever asked says yes. Um, they could be financially free by 25 or 26. I mean, that's something to go for. That's a teenage tycoon. That's the right mindset. That's a plan. That's, don't go buy the $40,000 car when you make 30 grand a year, right? I did that. Don't do that. That's stupid. There's so many things you could do. And then if you can have your life paid at 25, you're not balling, but you have options and choices and freedom. And I just think you're going to change generations. It's going to be fun.